Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if it's your first time, or if it's your return to the channel. Welcome either way. I think I said that backwards, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. That's how we roll. Going to be doing a grain to glass beer today. Doing a wheat oatmeal nut stout, but you knew that because it was in the description. Interesting, I got this recipe for the first time from this book. Ooh, can you see that? Homebrewer's Companion. It's the only book I own on homebrewing. I've been doing this for like 20 plus years, so I just have never, so anyway, I've never brewed a recipe from a book, so I will put it in the description in case you don't have the book. That way you can see it there. But anyway, before we get started, you know the drill. My channel is nothing without you guys. I mean, there's no point in me putting a video out if there's nobody there to watch it. I could just brew for myself, you know. So please, please, please help the channel out by hitting the subscribe button and the like button, and then it will all come together and harmonize and come back to you in a video. Appreciate it. So without further wait here, let's head over to the kitchen and let's get started on this beer. Okay guys, so I've got the grain for today here. I've got one bucket that's got lighter grain and the other one's got the dark grain. It's about 12 pounds of it, and I will explain later on here in the process why I have split up the dark grain from the lighter base grains. And on top there, in case you're wondering, that's just the oatmeal, the flaked oats, and some rice hulls.
So you can see we have 6 pounds of Great Western 2-row, 2 Lallemand, 2 pounds of Great Western white wheat 3.3 Lallemand, 1 pound of Grease caramel 10 Lallemand, 10 ounces of Flaked Oats, and then we have half a pound of Grease Carapils 1.5 Lallemand, half a pound of Roasted Barley from Grease 220 Lallemand, and a half a pound of black malt.
We're mashing it at 155 degrees for 1 hour, and then I'll be back to explain the second half. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed in. Going to need dough balls pulled out, and I will be back in an hour. See you then.
One hour later.
So for this next part, I'm just going to basically, I might just do it with my hands here. I'm just going to gently try to distribute the dark grain across the top here. And then I will just gently try to make sure that it's all incorporated. This is called top mashing. You do this with your dark grains for about 20 minutes because you don't need to actually mash your dark grains for a full hour, and it helps get bitterness and stuff out, because if you mash them for too long, they become very bitter, and they're not really contributing any sugars, so it's not like you have to worry about them converting at all. So I've got those in. I'm going to let that sit for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be good to go for the next step. See you in a few. Okay guys, so the mash is done. It's been an hour, and then it's been 20 minutes more for the dark grains to top mash. That's done. I mashed out at 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and the grain is just about done draining, and as soon as it gets to a boil, I'll be back for your first edition. Alright guys, sorry about this fan going, but it is an indoor boil here. Woohoo! I can't even see. Did I get them in? Mostly. That's 2 ounces of Willamette hops going in for the 60-minute edition. half ounce of Yakima Chief going in for the 15-minute edition, and I'll be back for the Flame Out edition. Alright guys, time for Flame Out. I just turned the heat off. Let's get this off. I'm going to put half ounce of crystal hops in here, and then we'll start chilling it down, and I'll be back to transfer it to the fermenter. See you in a few. Alright guys, so I cooled this down as much as I can. It's very hot here, so I'm going to go ahead and start pumping this wort into the fermenter, and then I will get it sealed up, and I'll put it in my fermentation chamber to get the temperature down to about 65, and then I'll be back to pitch the yeast. See you in a few. Okay folks, it is about 65 degrees, and it is about time to pitch the yeast. So I got my yeast here, and let's get this done. So, my little freezer. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna, this is one of those handy dandy yeast packets. They all should be this way, that automatically just have a little tear that opens it up. Pitch the yeast. That's it. Alright, I'm going to tighten this up and put the spunding valve on it, and I'll see you guys in 30 days. Hey everybody, so it's been 30 days. This beer has been fermenting at 65 degrees for the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and as you can see, since it's in this pressurized fermenter, I can just put it right into the kegerator directly. I'm not going to transfer it or anything, and I'll be back in a week once it's carbonated fully, and we can see how it turned out. See you then. Alright everybody, we've made it. We're here. It's the final countdown, as they say. Wheat oatmeal nut stout. That is way too many descriptions in the name of a beer. Well, as you could tell from the pour, and you can probably tell from the glass here, man, the head retention on this beer. I don't think I've ever had a beer that's got that, you know, it's almost like whipped cream or whatever. I mean, it's really just hanging out, you know. What can I tell you? Everything turned out, except I believe that the gravity was a little lower than I expected. So we're looking more like, oh, what did I say? 4.5%, 4.6% ABV. So, which I'm fine with. It's super black. This is again the recipe from the Homebrewer's Companion. I mean, there's no nut in it. The nut would just come from, like, I don't know, whatever grain. Wow. Okay. It's a little bit of bitterness. Yeah, there was quite a bit of hops in this, actually, to be honest. It's a little more bitter than I would want. Coffee, bitter coffee quality to it. I'm not sure about the oatmeal. Usually oatmeal gives it a nice smooth mouthfeel, but I'm not really getting that. I'm getting sort of a little thin kind of coffee, bitter coffee. It's a little thin for me, but otherwise it's got a lot of flavor. Like I said, a little bitter. I think you could back off on the hops a little bit. You know, it's a solid recipe. I mean, it could be built on, but not too bad. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and it inspires you to do a little bit of home brewing. At any rate, I'll be back on Thursday for my usual Thursday shorts, and then in a week I'll have another video on something beer related. So I'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing, and happy brewing.